Hello, my fellow crafty creators. It's Jen here from Ritzy Custom Designs, and today we're going to make ribbon roses. I had a friend who ordered a purple one, and he wants to give it to his girlfriend, and my silly butt didn't ask dark purple, light purple, so making one of each and one mixed, and I'll give him his option. So, what you're going to need is ribbon. I do 24 petals cut to 3-inch pieces. Let me take that back. I do 20 petals cut at 3-inch pieces, and then 4 petals I cut at 3.5-inch, and I do those for the leaves. So you're going to need 4 petals cut at 3.5-inch, and then 20 cut at 3 inches. So I do 22 to 24 petals all together. And then you're going to need a lot of glue, some pipe cleaners for your stems, and thread and a needle. So what you want to do is go ahead and I'll start with one of the leaves. So you take your first top corner and bend it down to where you got a little point. And then you take that point and fold it over to where it touches the first fold. So it looks like that. All right, and then what I do is I stitch it down. Now, I am not a seamstress, so don't make fun of my sewing skills. But I stitch this. That's where I'm saying don't make fun of my sewing skills. But just kind of get it to where it holds it down. If you pull it too tight, it'll pull your thread all the way through, and you don't want that. So I'm going to try to keep this in here. There are my scissors. I'll cut off that big part. Okay. And then once you've got it like that, go ahead and bring this top corner down the same way you did with the opposite side to where you've got a point, and then bring that point over. And then you're going to stitch it down. Now there's a darn good chance my left thumbnail is going to pop off while we're doing this. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, then I just said that for no reason. Alright, so I'll just kind of stitch it down a few times. 2 or 3 times, so a couple to a few. And then just clip it and get it out of your way. And then we'll do that again. So you take it, and this is ribbon cut at 3.5 inches. It's 1.5 inch ribbon. So 1.5 inch here, cut to 3.5 inches this way. So get that. And stick it in. And then just keep stitching it down. And I usually have music on while I'm doing this, but multiple reasons. See, that's what happens if you pull too hard. Alright, so just stick it in again and do it over. And again, you can use whatever color ribbon you want. If you notice on my playlist, I've got quite a few different colored ribbons and ribbon roses that I have made. Oh, so the music, let's get back to that. I usually have some form of country playing. I've been on a big Sawyer Brown kick lately. Some Miranda Lambert in there. Some Judd, so I've been going kind of old school recently. I don't know why, just tapping back to my roots, I guess. So, stitch that down. I'm sorry, I did not describe at all how to do that one on that side. So we'll do another one. All right, so you've got it. Take your top corner, bend it down to where you got the point, and bring that point over. Just to where it looks like that. And then stitch it down. And I have seen people glue their ends down here. I tried it, and personally, for me, it made the petals too thick. I just didn't like the way it looked. So, I figured let's just stitch it down. And that makes a good full petal. So you get it, fold top corner down till you got your point. So it looks like that. And then take that corner over. Right there. So you can kind of see it better. And then just stitch this side down. Oh, and then I've been listening to Queen too. But you can't go wrong with Queen, that's for sure. And then you just stitch it down. And snip it off. All right. And now, if you're going to stitch down your petals, I suggest getting a few needles ready prior. Just go ahead and thread those needles up, because it always happens you'll get on a roll with stitching and you'll run out of thread. All right, now let me plug in my glue gun. And you're going to use probably 2 or 3 sticks per rose. 2 or 3 sticks of glue. So I use the Super Bond glue. I get it from Hobby Lobby, and the clear sticks. They do have colored sticks, but I do so many different colored roses, I'm not going to be matching glue colors. I'll just stick with the clear for now. Let's see. Put something down to protect whatever surface area you're working with. I highly suggest doing that. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and lay your petals out. I will lay the biggest to smallest. That way your smallest petal is in the center, and your biggest ones, kind of like on a real rose, will be more on the outside. So I kind of lay them out while I'm letting my glue gun heat up. And I know I'm going to be gluing my greens together, so I could go ahead and set them to the side or get them ready. And then you just start grabbing biggest to smallest. And it doesn't matter if you're exactly right. I just try to find the smallest ones and make sure they're in the middle. So they will be the very last ones I glue. And then you just kind of get them in some order for yourself. And then I want this one here to be my very last one I glue. All right. See, what we're going to do is I'm going to shift all this down a little so you can see it better. And we're just going to start gluing these petals together. So we're going to put a dab of glue here, and we're going to glue it like that. So, is it ready? Is it ready? It's ready! So just put a dab of glue on one side, and then you're going to glue it just like that. Hope you can see that. So it looks just like that. And you're going to do that with all of your petals. Gluing on that same right side of the petal. You're going to put a dab of glue and glue the left side of the next petal down to it. And then just keep going the whole way down your petals. And be careful with the glue gun. Don't burn yourself. I do that quite often. Between burning myself with the glue gun and having a new puppy, my poor hands are cut all up. So you just glue these down. But of course, love the little puppy, so she doesn't get in too much trouble for teething. She doesn't get in any trouble for teething. And let's see. Yeah, I'll go with this side. And just keep gluing petal to petal the whole way down. And much like everything else, you'll get into a flow and a little groove, and then you'll run out of glue. So I like to have everything ready, so it's just quick and grab and go. So I hope I'm talking loud enough. I really hope I'm talking loud enough for y'all. I'm trying. And so you just keep going. And again, I do 22 to 24 petals. It just depends on the rose, I guess. And then I saw these on YouTube or on Pinterest, and I had to do them. They were so stinking pretty. And I love this shade of purple. So for Mother's Day, I'm thinking maybe of making my mother-in-law a dozen. Purple, her favorite color is purple. I'm thinking of making her a dozen roses. And either pouring, acrylic pour painting a vase and a matching canvas to put them in, or putting them on a wreath. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But whatever I decide, I will most likely make a video of it, so everyone will get to see what I give my mother-in-law. Because why not? So she's actually the person who got me into crafting, was my mother-in-law. Like as a kid, I used to crochet with my grandmas and latch hook with my grandmas. But my mother-in-law actually suggested I do this. So I did. And by this, just crafting and making wreaths in general. She apparently saw something in me I did not know was there. And I'm so grateful she did. Doing this is the best thing I've found besides playing with my dogs to keep me out of my own head. I don't know about you all, but that's the worst place for me to be. Well, this glue gun just keeps popping the glue out on me. Okay, so we've got that all glued down. And then you just pick it up and get those strings off there, the little glue strings that we all know we're going to be fighting with. Anytime we use that glue gun, just get those strings off of there. To where you've got this. Got yourself a nice long chain of pretty petals. And then you just flip it over. Get some of this out of my way. You just flip it over, and this is where you grab your pipe cleaner. Now, I do not suggest using the pipe cleaners from the Dollar Tree. They are a little flimsy. I'll use those for wreaths and, whatever to hold something onto something. But for your stems, you want a little more sturdy. I don't know, maybe you could double one up, but you want it to be a little sturdier. And then what I will do is after I get the petals on, I'll actually wrap floral tape around it so it's green and kind of looks more like a stem. So what we're going to do is take your glue and you're going to put it here to here, just along the side and the bottom, and that's going to be the inside of your flower. So I'll go down 2 petals. You take the end that you fold it in, goes right there, and then just roll it up. And you're gonna get glue on your fingers. It's gonna want to stick to you, and that's okay. You're just gonna keep gluing along the bottom. I can get this glue gun to stay, or the glue to stay in my glue gun. Go down about 5 petals and just roll it on itself. Kind of coming down just enough to where you keep on the pipe cleaner and you just roll it. Roll it the whole way. And again, you're going to get a lot of glue, so put something down to protect your surface. Down about 5 petals and just roll it. Roll it. And then just keep going down. More glue and roll. Roll. More glue right along the bottom and roll. You can see how I'm kind of picking it up and rolling it on itself. When you go to do it, you'll see what I mean. And then here, you go along the bottom and then up this side. And that'll help hold the rose in place. And then you hold it here for a few seconds, just until the glue kind of sets. I can hear my puppy shredding something, and I don't know what it is. And then there we go. So we got ourselves a pretty little rose there. Nice pretty purple rose. So that's how we did that. And then you just kind of push out your petals a little bit. There you go. I hope y'all are having a super blessed day. And if you like the video, just leave a thumbs up and come back and see us for the next one. Have a great day.